Alright, let's talk about international relations. Sometimes it's all about these big, dramatic summits where world leaders get together and take a group photo that looks like an awkward high school reunion, but other times it's a bit more personal. It's about sending a friend, a special envoy, to deliver a message. In this case, Egypt decided to send one of its top guys, Dr. Badr Abdelati. Now, this isn't just any government official. He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Expatriates. That's a long title. It's like he's in charge of everything that involves a passport. On July 22nd, 2025, he packed his bags, hopped on a plane, and flew all the way to Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso. So, why the big trip? Was it for the scenic views? The fantastic local cuisine? Well, probably, but the main reason was a bit more official. Dr. Abdelati was acting as a special envoy for the President of Egypt, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. Think of him as a high-stakes delivery guy, but instead of a pizza, he's carrying the weight of international diplomacy on his shoulders. This wasn't a casual, "Hey, what's up?" text. This was a hand-delivered written message from one president to another. It's the political equivalent of getting a handwritten letter in the mail instead of an email. It just means more, you know? It shows you took the time and effort. The person receiving this important message was Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso. Welcome to Aderey, Africa. When a minister of foreign affairs travels that far just to hand you a letter, you know it's serious business. It's a sign of respect and a signal that the relationship between the two countries is a top priority. Dr. Abdelati didn't just drop off the letter and run. He also conveyed warm greetings and a message of support directly from President al-Sisi. It's that personal touch that transforms a formal state visit into a genuine gesture of friendship and solidarity, setting the stage for some very important conversations. This whole envoy situation is fascinating because it's diplomacy in its classic form. In an age of video calls and instant messaging, the act of sending a person, a high-ranking minister no less, is a powerful statement. It says, "We value this relationship so much that we are sending one of our most important people to speak with you face to face." It reinforces the human connection that is often lost in digital communication. This visit wasn't just about protocol. It was about building a bridge between North Africa and West Africa, one handshake and one presidential letter at a time. It's basically the most official and important thinking of UCARD ever sent. So, what was in this super important hand-delivered letter? Was it a secret recipe? An invitation to a party? Nope. It was all about teamwork. The message from President al-Sisi was a clear and powerful reaffirmation of Egypt's commitment to its partnership with Burkina Faso. It was like a friend reminding you, "Hey, I've got your back." The core of the message focused on strengthening cooperation between the two nations across several key areas. We're talking about the big stuff: investment, trade, security, and defense. Egypt was essentially saying, let's work together, let's build things together, and let's make our countries stronger together. One of the most critical parts of the conversation was security, specifically the fight against terrorism. This is a major challenge for many countries in the Sahel region, and Burkina Faso is right in the middle of it. So, when Egypt offers to deepen cooperation on this front, it's a massive deal. It's not just about sending positive vibes, it's about sharing intelligence, strategies, and possibly resources to tackle a common threat. This isn't a new issue, but having a powerful ally like Egypt explicitly renew its commitment provides a significant boost to morale and a practical advantage in a very difficult and ongoing struggle for stability. The message went beyond just helping Burkina Faso alone. Dr. Abdelati made it clear that Egypt's support extends to the entire neighborhood. He specifically mentioned the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES, which includes Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. These three countries have banded together to face their shared challenges, and Egypt is saying, "We see what you're doing and we want to help." This regional approach is smart because the problems in the Sahel don't respect borders. Terrorism and instability can easily spill from one country to the next, so a coordinated regional solution is the only way forward. Egypt is positioning itself as a reliable partner for the entire bloc. Ultimately, the message was one of solidarity and shared destiny. It recognized that the stability of the Sahel is connected to the stability of North Africa. When your neighbor's house is on fire, you don't just close the curtains, you grab a bucket of water and help them put it out. Egypt's outreach shows a deep understanding of this principle. By offering comprehensive support, from security to economic development, President al-Sisi's message laid the groundwork for a new chapter in the relationship, one built on mutual respect, shared interests, and a collective desire for a peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. Fighting terrorism is crucial. Welcome to Adere Africa. But you can't build a country on defense alone. You need a strong economy, you need healthy people, and you need good infrastructure. This is where Egypt's offer of cooperation gets really interesting. Dr. Abdelati didn't just talk about security, he also talked about business and development. He stated that Egypt is ready and willing to deepen its partnership with Burkina Faso and the other AES countries in some very practical and life-changing sectors. First on the list was agriculture. This is huge. For a region that often faces food security challenges, having a partner like Egypt, with its long history of agricultural innovation, could be a game changer. Next up was the pharmaceutical industry. Access to affordable and reliable medicine is a fundamental part of a nation's health and well-being. Egypt has a growing pharmaceutical manufacturing sector, and by sharing that expertise and potentially setting up joint ventures, they can help Burkina Faso and its neighbors become more self-sufficient in producing essential medicines. This isn't just about business. It's about saving lives and building healthier societies from the ground up. It reduces dependence on foreign imports and creates skilled jobs right there in the Sahel, which is a win-win for everyone involved in this important collaborative effort. And then there's infrastructure. You can have the best farms and factories in the world, but if you can't get your products to market, you're stuck. Egypt expressed its readiness to cooperate on infrastructure development. This could mean anything from building new roads and bridges to improving energy grids and communication networks. Good infrastructure is the backbone of any modern economy. It connects people, facilitates trade, and creates the conditions for businesses to grow and thrive. By offering to help in this area, Egypt is helping to build the physical foundations for a more prosperous future for the Sahel. This multifaceted approach shows that Egypt's support is not just a token gesture. It's a well-thought-out strategy for holistic development. They understand that security and prosperity are two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. By addressing the root causes of instability, like poverty, lack of opportunity, and poor health outcomes, Egypt is helping to create a more resilient and stable region. This is the kind of partnership that goes beyond simple aid. It's about empowerment and building capacity for long-term sustainable growth, which is exactly what the region needs. Now, in any good friendship, there's a bit of give and take. It's not a one-way street. During his visit, Dr. Abdelati made sure to express Egypt's gratitude for a favor Burkina Faso had already done. It turns out, Burkina Faso had recently supported Egypt's candidate for a very important international job. The position was for the Director General of UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Egypt had put forward Dr. Khaled El Enani, a former minister, for the role, and having Burkina Faso's support was a big deal. It's like when you're running for class president and your coolest friend endorses you. This public thank you is more significant than it might seem. In the world of international diplomacy, these kinds of public affirmations are worth their weight in gold. It shows that the friendship isn't just about what Egypt can do for Burkina Faso, but also about what Burkina Faso can do for Egypt. It highlights a relationship based on reciprocity and mutual respect. By thanking President Traoré for the support, Dr. Abdelati was acknowledging Burkina Faso as an influential and valued partner on the global stage. It's a small gesture that speaks volumes about the health and balance of their diplomatic relationship. This act of mutual support strengthens the bond between the two countries and sets a positive tone for all the other areas of cooperation they discussed. When you know your friends have your back in international forums, it makes it easier to trust them with big projects in security, trade, and infrastructure. It builds a foundation of goodwill that can help navigate any challenges that might arise down the road. This diplomatic reciprocity is the glue that holds international alliances together, turning them from temporary arrangements into long-lasting, durable partnerships that can benefit both nations for years to come. In the end, this visit was about much more than just a single message or a series of promises. This is Adere Africa. Thanks for watching. It was about cementing a strong, friendly, and productive relationship between Egypt and Burkina Faso. From the personal delivery of the president's message to the broad scope of proposed cooperation and the grateful acknowledgement of diplomatic support, every element of the visit pointed towards a new era of partnership. It's a story of two African nations, one in the north and one in the west, coming together to build a safer and more prosperous future for their people and their region. And that, right there, is what good